our fathers are at home, they are present, they are available, but they keep quiet. When they only provide. And someone said that when they provide, they show that they have love. There's provision and love. So one, our young people are not prepared for marriage. Number two, their fathers did not give proper model. The father was not there, or was there and kept quiet, or they were neglected. The church is not doing its role.
Mbogo, what is the response of the church?
I have a right to respond. The traditionalists cannot talk in this context. In this context, you should wait for me to respond. He's talking about the church, and he's saying that the church has failed. Don't you think the church is also you and me?
I'm talking about the institution.
Is the church an institution? It involves people. So you cannot say that the church has failed. What you should say is that we, all of us, have failed.
And also to add this to Mr. Wachira, if there are people who should be celebrated in this world, it's someone who became a father before they became a husband. Because we're talking about someone.
No, or maybe I cannot accept you.
No, let me finish my point.
We cannot celebrate.
I have to finish the point.
Those are not people to be celebrated. Those are people to be disciplined according to the church.
Look at this, Julie. You need order. We need order here.
Well,
let's listen
tell him to take that back.
I won't withdraw my statement. I need protection. I need protection.
I cannot accept.
Let us listen to
I need protection. Protect me from this. Protect me from this man.
I'm here as a moral cop.
No.
We listen to his
you give your view after my view.
If you accept him to continue with that statement.
No, I'm not withdrawing the statement. And I'm saying this. I have a reason why I'm saying that.
I'll have a right to reply to that.
Yes, you'll come to that. Let me tell you, Julie.
Be very brief, because
if someone becomes a father before they become a husband, we are talking about someone who made a mistake and own the mistake and be responsible. We're talking about someone who impregnated someone and they cannot stop. They became responsible. They are taking care of the kids in any way they are doing it. And these are people who should be celebrated, because we have deadbeat fathers who just impregnate and leave. So we are talking about someone like me who is a father but not yet a husband, but he owns his own mistakes and lives to be a responsible father before you became a husband. So those are people who should be celebrated. And if Pastor Wambogo is going to say they should not be celebrated, then we should say, if you impregnate someone, just leave and go. Wait until you become a husband, then you come and take care of your kids. Is that what you're saying?
Now.
No, is that what you're saying?
It is my time to reply. I waited for you to talk, so wait for me to talk now. I'm replying. What I want to correct is what he said. He said that they should be celebrated more than anybody else. They should not. That's what I said. As to the way he has directed his answer, I actually can celebrate him for being someone who takes responsibility. That is correct. But before he makes the mistake, he should become a husband. Are you getting? Yes. That is what we are saying as a church. We are saying that follow the right channel. Just do what Mr. Wachira told him. It is unfortunate that you become actually, it should be said, it's unfortunate. You should not say that you should be celebrated more than anybody else. It's unfortunate.
Yes.
But for his case, because he has owned up, he's very responsible. That is very good. We commend him. Actually, we should buy him more than 200 shillings worth of land.
Let me give you the order,
like the one
Julie. Let me help you. Let me give you the order. And actually the natural order of a man. The order.
Yes, please.
A man. You start, I'm talking of natural. You said you are a traditionalist, so I expect you to be part of it. Naturally, one becomes a baby boy, then you become a boy, then you become a man, then you become a husband, then you become a father, then you become an elder. That should be the order.
Let me go back to that.
He said you become a father, then you become an elder. Nowhere you are supposed to be a husband.
Julie, let me also say something. For the love we have for kids, and they understand that kids grows very well when they share the love of the both parents. I think I can want to support what Pastor Mbogo has just said, that let's not celebrate a single parenthood, because God took Adam and Eve and he blessed them with 2 kids. He didn't bless Adam alone or Eve alone with a kid, because he understood that these 2 children need to have a shared love for both parents. So I think it's very, very good for us to make sure, even if we have mistakes, we make mistakes, let's run and correct the mistake, then follow the right channel, as Mr. Washira said.
So
what do you think, Jesse?
if I understand what Wahome is saying, you see, no one becomes a single parent by choice. It is circumstances. And I will tell you something, even me, it's not like I wish to be a single parent. I wish I could raise my kid with both parental love. But then there comes a time when that's not possible. You see? And when you say you correct the mistake, are you saying that if a young man out there who is a responsible and a promising young man impregnates someone, that abortion should be there? Or maybe let me finish.
Jesse,
why are these guys attacking me?
You have gone too far. You have gone too
I'm
far.
asking
That
a question.
is- That is now
Not too far.
becoming...
When you say you correct the
question-
mistake you have done,
let
how
me-
do you correct a pregnancy you have put in someone?
No.
Let's be honest.
I've said already, after we have the child already. What I mean, I'm talking of a parent's shared love to the kid. When I talk of a parent's shared love, I'm not talking of a child who is already, or of a fetus of a born child. I'm talking of something that is viable, someone that is growing up. So when I say, for instance, maybe unfortunately, you've come now, you have to divorce with your wife. And you can see now we cannot be a thing anymore. What happens? The child needs to have the shared love. You cannot be a thing anymore, but the shared love can also be felt by having a presence of a mother. It's not a must that the real mom should be there, but a presence of a mother.
As we wrap up,
Let me just wrap this up. Concerning my daughter, we even went to court to case for that child and to know who will be the custodian of the kid. It ended up to be me. Okay? And since then, the mother wants nothing. Okay? I have been having girlfriends. I have been having people. I almost married. But I cannot introduce them to my daughter because I don't know for how long we're with these people. Do you get me? If I get a girlfriend today, then I take to my daughter, this is your auntie. You know, she'll be your mother soon. Then tomorrow I do another similar, something like that. It's not possible. What we can say is this. Maybe in the family setting, if like now my mom is really helping me with that, my mom, wherever you are, big up, she takes my kid as her own. Okay? Me being there and her being there. Okay? But I'll say this, I celebrate all the single parents whenever there. It's not by choice, it's by circumstance.
Yes, and what needs just to be said there in finality is that we know it is circumstantial. This single parenthood is circumstantial, and we should not seem to be celebrating the circumstance or the mistake, like he said. For example, he said that probably he impregnated a lady and it was a mistake. We should not celebrate that mistake because he should have been responsible enough to know that that is possible when he was about to do it.
I must say, Julie, that the impregnating has nothing to do with a mistake.
Jesse is saying it's enjoyment.
No. That is now out of context. Impregnating has nothing to do with a mistake. It simply means that the young man and the young lady, possibly, the young man didn't understand what he was doing, or did not understand the consequences of what he was doing. Number 3, he was not prepared for fatherhood and husbandhood.
And that's why he's saying it was enjoyment. He was just there to enjoy himself.
Possibly, I would also ask him, what if another boy out there would also enjoy himself with his daughter? See? There's nothing like a mistake. It is simply they did not understand what they were doing. They were not prepared. Marriage and child and fatherhood has nothing to do with emotions. It is being ready for that responsibility.
As we wrap up, I want to ask Wahome this question. He is so energetic
But
towards...
something should be said about the enjoyment. Nobody should leave that one to go.
Yes, Robert.
Because if we allow that to go out there in the society, and one is saying that he was enjoying and something happened, that should not be allowed. Remember the progression we were given by Mr. Washira. We were given a progression that one should be a child, go to become a boy, then they become a husband, then they become a father, they become a grandfather. That should be the progression. And that should be the thing that we should advocate for, so that someone will be ready for the next stage of their life. We are not saying that life does not happen. Like his case, life has happened. And someone has to take responsibility. And this is one of the few people that take responsibility in our society. There are many who run away from that. And he has done that. So we should celebrate him as a father for taking responsibility of the child, because he realizes his mistake. But we should not also advocate for what he's calling enjoyment. There's nothing like enjoyment, especially when it has to do with becoming a parent or becoming a father.
Enjoy by swimming.
Yes.
Or gym or any other activities. But that one of yeah.
And before we sum up, allow me to give you the 5 P's of a father. Possibly before we summarize.
Okay. I want to ask Wahome. He's so energetic towards the 21st century parent. When you are being circumcised, yourself or the boys around your age, you were taken by your father and your uncle or someone responsible. Today mmeachia Robert aendelee na vijana kwa kanisa. What do you think? Is that not being irresponsible? Is that really being a good father?
Traditionally, we are lucky today because we have a traditionalist amongst us here. And
I don't think it's very lucky to have a traditionalist around.
Yeah, I want to come to the point. You know, one thing I'll say is that circumcision is biblical. So it should cut across tradition and also the biblical way of taking the kids to the church so that they can be nurtured in a godly way. Why? Robert here was saying 21st century parents they have been detached from the church. So, and the kids now, they are trying to look for other things to do instead of being close to church. So, during those maybe a month period, I feel it's good when the kids are taken to church.
But when they are taken to church, you only brought someone who has grown, so they don't even know you as a father.
Okay, I'm coming there. So let me now come back to tradition. By the way, personally, your dad does not take you when you're going to be circumcised, and even he plays a very minimal role when during that period. The person who maybe comes in is your uncle, maybe, or someone who your father figure, someone maybe who you say is I would like when I grow up to be like that person, or a close friend to your dad. So even when you stay at home, or when you've been taken by your dad figure, your dad does not pray that very great Lord during that time, apart from just coming to check to look at you. And again, when you still go to church and your father is still there, he will also come with his friends to look for you. So I think 21st century parenting is so sweet. It's something that has brought very many positive things.
Well, let me interject and just go to the point. The point is that they have abdicated their responsibility. Like Julie was saying, they should be with the child. Today, 21st century parenthood, we are using our money where we should be using our presence. So when we are needed, we are paying for the service. So there is a problem there. So I would want to just say, let's not even say a lot. It's biblical, yes. It's good, yes, to do it using the church, because the church has seen the gap and it has come to bridge the gap. But that does not mean that the first responsibility should be for
I
the
think,
parents.
let me say something. The 21st century parenting is doing goods in a very good way. Okay. Traditionally, we didn't have the presence of that, the church aspect during circumcision. But nowadays, we are having both. Your dad or your uncle will come and visit you at the church. You still have the church aspect, and still economically you will have empowered the church. So I think 21st century is something that is very awesome.
I think this discussion will not end today. I think we should have another day that we continue with this discussion. But
Yes,
for now,
I support
let's
that.
allow Mr. Washira to give us the P's so that we can probably see if there is anywhere the P's are touching on
Maybe
circumcision.
before Ashira talks, I wanted to add weight on what Robert was saying. We have failed terribly because in our days, you could have someone who takes you to the rite of passage, and that person automatically becomes your father. Because if you mess around with your parent, they will not even talk to you because you're a man. They will just tell the person who took you to the rite of passage, your son is doing this and that. And maybe when you're going even to pay dowry, there's someone who is very, very significant in your life. We no longer have those people. We left everything for the church. And now the church is overwhelmed because now you get maybe 80 to 90 kids going at a go in a church. They are overwhelmed. But I think with time, we should go back to what we used to do and include the church.
Let me start with Wambogo. Give us your parting
My
shot. then
parting
we
shot
will-
is a verse from the Bible. And listen carefully. You and us. Proverbs 29, verse 17. I'll read that version that I had read earlier. It's called Easy English. It makes everything easy. Do not let your children do always what they want to do, so they will not make you ashamed of them. They will always make you happy. You, the father that we are celebrating today, that is your word. Thank you.
Wahome.
Yeah, my parting shot will be very simple. I just want to say something. Time has changed. Everything is changing. And as a man who appreciates evolution so much, let's not stick or be very rigid not to change and be stuck to the traditional way of doing things. It is good to balance as young parents and even as fathers who are and as fathers who are being nurtured, as young fathers. I would like to say something. Let's appreciate evolution. Let's not stick to the old ways of doing things, and let us accept that time has changed and things have changed. We cannot have both time, as much time as we had those times. The things are moving so fast this time around. So, and again, as we're celebrating Father's Day, I wish all the fathers out there, the responsible fathers indeed, like my friend here, Jesse. I don't know why Julie is laughing, but yeah, let's continue taking care of our children, providing for them, loving them so much, and being their best friends. And let's not shy off from having any sort of discussion. It will save a lot for us. Thank you.
I would like first to wish all the fathers happy Father's Day and appreciate them for the work they're doing. I would like to say this as I end. I think we need to go back to the days where raising a kid was a corrective responsibility in the society. Because then nowadays we have kept our children for ourselves. We have kept the knowledge we have that can assist even the other children to ourselves. So I'd like to say, let's have a corrective responsibility in the society of raising the kids. And also to all the young fathers out there, be responsible. Provide for your kids. Be there for them. One day, one time, it will pay off. Even if those kids will not help you, but seeing that you raised responsible and people of value in the society in the future, you'll be proud of yourself and they'll be proud of you because of the discipline, because of the respect you have installed in them. Happy Father's Day.
Okay. Two things. One is about circumcision and the church. And as my brother put it, the church is only bridging a gap, found a gap, and they have done their best. For those that are coming afterwards, traditionalists, to claim the children, they are coming too late. When the mother was expectant, the church fellowship went there for showering. When the child was born, they went there. When the child was being baptized, it is the church. When the boy was being taken to high school, it was the church again that came for circumcision. Sasa wewe unakuja tu dakika za mwisho and you just want to be with the child for only a month and then you'll not be found anywhere else. But the church has been moving with this child. So would rather let the church continue and finish up. Even when they will be marrying, again it is the church. Finally, I want to say that I'm happy to be part of this session and this program. And again, I also want to take my opportunity to celebrate all fathers out there, including my brothers here, and say that there are 5 P's of a father. 1, you must be present. Present. Quality presence. Look for time. Many a times we are saying that we are away because we are investing for them. Rather than invest for them, you'd rather invest in them. So that even when you'll be away, from a very little, they will be able to multiply because they know how to take care of it. Number 2, provide. Provide. What is your child feeding on? Provide. Dressing, everything about provision. And it's good to note that provision has 2 words. There is the word vision. So it's like you are taking your child on top of a mountain, like Mount Nebo or Moses, where you are able to shoot your child the farthest he's going, and then you prepare him. So provision is not just about basic commodities, it's also about throwing the eyes farthest possible and prepare the child for that vision. Number 3, protect the child. Socially, physically, emotionally. And number 4, be a priest to your children. A priest introduces God to children. A priest introduces God to children. But also be a prophet. Being a priest to your children simply means that you read the Bible together, you pray for them and with them. You read the Bible for them. You read the Bible with them. And then finally, also be a prophet to your children. A prophet introduces God to children. Introduces God to children. A priest introduces children to God. Then the other way around. So be present, be a provider, be a protector, be a priest, be a prophet. I wish all men the best as they continue with fatherhood. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. We want to recognize our sponsors. Sweet Wheat. It's in Biashara Plaza. Thank you for a wonderful cake that they have given to us. Blessed Sounds, for the sounds, we really appreciate you guys. And to my panelists, I really appreciate, I'm really humbled. To more conversations coming, to more and great things. Thank you for watching Julie Talks.